Hey everyone, I'm Andrew Quo, and I'm single. Unlike many singles, I've tried my hand at Tinder, and over the years, I've had mostly good experiences, but not all the time. So today, I thought it'd be fun if I talked about the worst Tinder date I ever had. So yeah, let's just hop on in. First of all, this happened like 2 years ago, and there was this girl. For the sake of this video, let's call her Nicole. I thought it was love at first swipe. I mean, she was attractive. She responded to me on Tinder. That's really the best you can hope for. But I mean, she seemed cool enough, so I kept the conversation relatively short and then asked for her number. So far, so good, right? So we started texting, and this is when I started to notice that she was a little bit odd. For example, the way that she brought up planning a date was like, so, where are you taking me? And usually I would just write that off as like, oh, you're just being flirtatious and confident. But when I responded, how about a movie? She said, no, that's too cheap. All right. Listen here, lady. My bio on Tinder is not very rich guy looking to throw money away. At the time, I was working as a video editor and making like 15 bucks an hour and trying to pay rent. Like, I don't know what you're expecting, but I am not rich. And when you're broke, you gotta learn to be smart with your dates. So I ended up saying that I would take her for dinner, but damn, y'all already know that I'm eating beforehand and ordering off the kids menu. She was cool with this. Fantastic. So the day of our date finally comes, and earlier in the day I text her, let's meet there at 6. And she goes, ... You're not picking me up? Okay, and before you guys get the wrong idea, I live in Toronto. I feel like I've said that a lot on my channel. And much like New York City, a lot of people don't drive here. I'm in the city too, so anyone from here knows that we all just take public transit. I was honestly like amazed that she assumed I'd pick her up because that has never happened to me before in my life. Again, it's probably just a Toronto thing. And I don't wanna like start anything before I've even met the girl, so I just write it off and respond with a, my bad, I don't drive. And in response, I get like one of those, I don't even know what they're called, like the opposite of a smirk emoji with like a capital letter O and a capital letter K. So you already know this girl ain't feeling it. So I ended up arriving a little late, but I get there and lo and behold, she's better in person. I don't know if other guys do this, but whenever I meet up with a Tinder date, I have like this checklist of all the things I need to confirm just to see like how honest this girl's been thus far. She looks like she does in her photos. Check. She's not like a million times taller or shorter than I thought she'd be, so check. And she's not a 50-year-old man with a van full of candy, so check. Good sign so far. More importantly, wherever this attitude was that like expected all these things from me, it wasn't here. She's actually being like really nice and cute, and I don't know, I thought we started hitting it off. So we're just hanging out and talking, and she says something that reminds me of this story that I start telling about this trip I went on with a bunch of friends, and one of them booked us this really sketchy hotel. Like, it's definitely the type of place that you'd see in like Breaking Bad, where you go to buy drugs or take prostitutes. And so I mentioned how my friend Laura's freaking out, and she stops me mid-sentence and goes, wait, who's Laura? She's my friend. Anyways, so she's really sketched out because of this dude, and then she cuts me off again. Did you and her ever date? Okay, this is the #1 thing that you never do on a date. Like, I know as a fact that there's probably a few videos on my channel where I say, do not ever talk about exes on a date. Laura and I never dated. Actually, she's in a relationship with one of my best friends, so obviously not. And prying into someone's dating life and sounding bothered by me potentially dating someone in the past on a first date, it's just a really, really bad sign. So I just try to like change what we're talking about as quickly as I can. Maybe a date can be redeemed from this mess. So we start talking about something else and everything's okay for a while. And I actually almost start being into it again. I mean, as I said before, when she's not being weird, she's actually like really easy to talk to and just good company. So more time passes and we're waiting for the bill to arrive when I think I like complimented her. It was something like, you have really nice eyes, or something like that. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I just said something that was nice, and she was like, oh, really? Do you think that they're prettier than Laura's? Aw, man. That was definitely the moment where I was 100% sure that I could never go out with this girl again. So I actually say to her, and this might have been bad at me, but I go, I told you that nothing happened with her. You need to relax. I barely know you. Okay, so just in general, telling someone to relax at any given point, except for maybe when they're gonna like sit down for a massage, there's a solid chance you're gonna get smacked. If not physically, then verbally, and that can be so much worse. So she just lets loose, being like, I don't wanna be seeing someone who's flirting with all their friends, and just all this other stuff. Now, I really can't deal with this, so I just pay the bill and get out of there as fast as I possibly can. So now we're outside the restaurant, just about to split, and I'm still listening to her go off on me, and I just butt in to say, well, this was fun. Anyways, I gotta go. And last I saw, she's just standing there all like red in the face, probably not too pleased about how I'm just trying to get the hell out of there. Anyways, I wish that was how the story ended. I don't hate her. I honestly thought maybe she hated me, but like ideally let's just both go our own ways and hopefully never see each other again. But the next day goes by, and in the evening she shoots me a text being like, you know, guys are supposed to text their girls the next day. So I'm just looking at my phone. I actually go get my roommate and show him as well because I'm just like in awe. Like, wait a minute, was I just put into a relationship? Do I get a say in this? I just can't understand how she interpreted how that date went. Like, if she just thought to herself, I yelled at him, I made him give up all of his female friends, and now we're happily together. What a great date. But wow, was she ever wrong. I'll be honest, and I don't brag about doing this ever, but I ghosted her. I just didn't respond. I mean, she clearly didn't pick up on the date not being good, so I don't want to send her a text like, hey, we're not together and I think that we shouldn't go out again. And have her read it like, hey, we're together. Let's go out again. I was done. I was up to here at this point, okay? And it doesn't get much higher than here. Anyways, as bad as this was, she wasn't like psychotic or anything. Donald Glover has this joke about how all guys have a crazy girl story, but most girls don't have a crazy guy story. And it's because if you're a girl and you're dating a crazy guy, you're gonna die. So, you know, it could have been a lot worse. But anyways, that was my worst Tinder date. I don't usually do this type of like story time type video where I just sit down and talk about something, but this was a lot of fun, and I got a lot of other weird, crazy, random stories. So if you ever want me to do one of these again, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. And if we can get to 2,000, I'll do another one. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any crazy date stories, or even just like crazy things you've seen people do. Like one time, I saw a guy pull down his pants and pee in the middle of a grocery store. I made that up, but if you have anything real, let me know in the comments because I always find that stuff entertaining. Anyways, make sure that you're subscribed to me to be notified of future videos. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.